Bev's conferences, she's been doing the conferences for about the last 4 to 5 years, but she's on the 4th edition of Grant Writing for Dummies. She's written over 39 books and publications on grant writing specifically, and she's been doing this for about, I'm going to say she's been grant writing for at least 30 years now. So she's pretty adept to what she's doing. Like I said, she's kind of a little workaholic. When you meet her, you'll understand. She's extremely friendly, and for people who've been through a class, she's extremely friendly. She's extremely good at communicating her message and making sure that you understand how things work. There's 3 types of workshops that she likes to do, and I'm going to push the slide here. It'll take a second for it to come up. She has a half-day Grant Writing for Dummies class and everyone else.
I'm doing it.
She has a Grant Writing Tips and Skills for Community Projects, and that's a 1-day course. And then she has a Grant Writing Bootcamp, which is a 2-day course. In the Grant Writing Bootcamp, she actually has you physically writing a grant. So she asks people to bring their laptops so that they can actually write a grant. She'll have you save it to a thumb drive, and she'll review it the first night, what you've written so far, and come back the second day and kind of give you some feedback on what you've done as well. I'll tell you what the pricing is that we usually charge for these classes. You'll notice there's 2 prices on the list here. The $149 is the early registration price. The $199 is the late registration price, which is 7 days prior to the event. So if you look at these 7 days prior to the event, the price goes up because we're trying to get people to register early so we don't have to cancel the event. You'll see here it also tells you the minimum and the maximum. We've got 20 participants for the half-day class, with the maximum of 75 people if you have a room big enough to hold that many people. The Grant Writing Skills and Tips, 15 with a maximum of 45, and the same for the Grant Writing Boot Camp. This is what each of these include, and this doesn't cost anybody any money. She pays for all of these things. Out of that money, she pays for the continental breakfast. You'll have to order it, but we'll give you the charge card, or we'll call in the place and give them the charge card so they can charge the breakfast. She brings all the training materials, has them all shipped to you. One of the following she usually gives away, depending on the class. Like the half-day class, she gives away an audio CD. The full-day class, she gives away the book, The Perfect Phrases for Grant Writers, and every participant gets one. And then she also gives away a Grant Writing for Dummies book for the 2-day class. She also gives away a lot of door prizes. Wiley Press sends her all kinds of tchotchke stuff like pens and papers and pads and aprons and all kinds of things that she can give away. So she gives those away as door prizes as well. What else is also included in this is that she also pays her own, and this will come up in a second here, she pays her own travel expenses, and then we provide you all the marketing support and collateral, postcards, flyers, press releases, email blasts, the wording for email blasts. We also do all of these things, too, to her list. She has a list of about 5,000 to 6,000 people on it, depending on the month, of course. And she posts it on all her websites and social media sites, where she's going to be. And then it goes in her e-newsletter. And if you haven't signed up for that, you can look at her website to sign up for that. And she sends that out once a month. And then she also sends a second email out every month that just lists where she's going to be. What your organization gets out of the deal is for every 15 participants you get in the class, okay, you get one person to go for free. So you can send up to 2 people in a class with 45 people or 43 people in there. There's a donation incentive, so for the first 15 to 25 participants in each class, and this is basically if the class falls within 15 to 25, you get 10%. If it goes over 26 participants, you get 20%. And that's off. It's not after expenses. It's off of the actual price of the class. So if it's a $199 class and you got 25 people in it, you're going to make $20 for every person that goes to that class. Okay? So 25 times 20, and you can figure out how much you'd make off of that class. If you get 26 people, of course, you get $40. So a little bit better deal if you get a few more people there. Your logo, you send us your logo, and that goes on all the website registration page. It's presented by the YMCA of Pottawatomie County, or whatever the case may be. Have your logo on there. All the postcards and the flyers, we send them all to you in a PDF format. Postcards we can actually print and send you a stack of them if you want to mail them out. We ask you to mail 100 of them out if you can. We don't pay for the postage for that, but we can certainly send you the cards and the flyers that you can pass out. The only thing that we ask the host to provide is, of course, the space, the classroom that holds 15 to 45 participants. If you're going to do the half-day class and you want to get 75 people in there, you're going to need a bigger room, of course. The projector, she'll bring her own laptop, and she'll have all the stuff shipped to you as far as the giveaways and the books and all those things. She'll have them shipped to your building. You'll need a dry erase board, of course, so she can write on it. If wireless internet access and power sources for people, she asks people, like I said, to bring their laptops with them. She gets them online, helps them search for grants, especially in the 2-day class. And then she also helps you write those. So she wants to make sure that people, if their batteries aren't charged on their laptops, that they have a power source to plug into. We ask that you do marketing support. We ask that you do at least 3 email blasts over an 8 weeks prior to the event. Like I said, she'll be doing hers on a monthly basis. So every month, as soon as we add people, we add it on the list, and it'll go on there. Yes, somebody have a question? Angela, did you have a question again?
Yeah, on the email blast, are these going to be sort of pre-formatted, like already typed up by you guys? You recommend what we send out, or we just do our own?
Well, you can do either or. We'll send you some verbiage, and we'll send you kind of what the class entails and kind of the information on the class, the details, what they get out of the class, and then you can put it in your own format, or you can just copy and paste it from the Word document and throw it in an email and send it out if you want to do it that way.
Okay.
I have a question, please.
Sure.
Are you going to send us a copy of these slides?
Yes. I'll send you a copy of the slides, and I'll also send you a link to this presentation, so if you want to listen to it again, you certainly can listen to it again.
Okay, thank you.
We ask that people to do one direct mail piece, and if you're sending out newsletters already and you want to put a little ad in your newsletter, or you want to put something in there, that can be included in the direct mail. We ask that you send out 100 pieces. If you need us to send you postcards, we can send you postcards with the date on it. We just ask that you send those out as well. Bev will send out a press release. She'll write that press release. She'll send it to you, and you can send it out as well. And then if you know of any community calendars in your area, I find that, especially with some of the NPR stations and the public radio stations, they announce some of these things online or on the air. So I suggest that people put them on those community calendars that might announce them, and put them on the TV or the radio. If you're interested in doing this, you can contact me, and I can check Bev's schedule. Once you decide what dates you want her to come out there, and she's available, then what we do is we send you just a one-page contract that says, basically here's what you're going to do and here's what we're going to do. Once we get the contract back, then what we'll do is you need to send us a JPEG image or a PNG of your logo, and then we'll set up the registration page and get all the marketing materials set up, and then send you the marketing schedule and the marketing materials. And that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions at all?
How soon will we get the slides and all from you? Because I would like to show it at a board meeting we're having today. Is that possible?
I can shoot it to you as soon as I get off the phone. How's that?
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, how awful is it if you don't have a location with wireless capability?
She has her own wireless hub that she can bring out. I'd have to ask her if she'd be willing to let people connect to her wireless hub. But I know that she does have that technology, so when she comes, she can at least get on the internet to show people, to demonstrate. The half-day class isn't that big of a deal if you don't have wireless, but the 2-day class, she really does have you going out there looking for a grant kind of trying to find one. So she really wants you to be able to go in and do that.
Okay.
Yolanda, did you have a question?
Yes, I don't believe, maybe I came in late, but I don't believe I heard that if you said anything about that she may need a set price up front or percentage up front before she comes or anything.
Nope, she doesn't have any percentages up front. She doesn't ask you to pay for it. We just ask that you keep marketing it. I'll tell you, we've been doing this for about 2 years now, this particular format. For about 2 years now, and I'll tell you, the ones that fail are the ones that don't go out and market it. And that's simply because she just doesn't have the means to know everybody in the nonprofit community in your area. So that's the big thing. What she does, she has to book travel, so we like to cancel things at least 2 weeks prior if we're going to cancel it. And so if we're not meeting the minimums of 15, then she'll cancel it. Now, she's pretty flexible. If she's going to be, let's say, for example, she's going to be in Kansas City, Missouri, and somebody's doing something in St. Louis or somebody's doing something in Wichita, Kansas, and it's the same time, sometimes she'll say, well, we can do that one for 10 people because I'm going to be in that area anyway. So, if that happens, she's pretty flexible in working with people to make sure it happens. I think once you have one of these classes, you'll notice that the next time you do it, you get 1,000 people signing up. At least that's been my experience. I know in Omaha we've done one. We had 76 people sign up for it, and it was the half-day one. And then we did the 2-day boot camp about a year later, and there was about 25 people that signed up. So, which is about the average number that she wants in a class that when she does that. Yes.
Does the half-day course feed into the 2-day course, or are they two standalone?
They're all three of the courses are standalone. Some people like to try the half-day just to see if they can get people to come. She'll give you information. You're just not gonna write a grant. That's basically it. They just won't walk away with a grant proposal written. With a 2-day, you'll walk away with a grant proposal written. And I don't know, has anybody else in here been in the 1-day course with her? I think the 1-day course she has you get some of the grant pieces together, but you don't actually finish the grant like you do in the 2-day.
I was signed up for one here in North Carolina, but the class was canceled.
Yeah. And again, it's a marketing issue because, like we said, we don't, and this is kind of the reason she does this, is A, she wants the money to go back to nonprofits instead of going to a hotel and doing this. And secondly, we don't know all the people in the nonprofit in your community and the people that might be interested in attending the event. So that's the reason she kind of likes to do it this way.
And the grant that we would be writing is the one that we've researched on our own, and it's one that we want to write and apply for ourselves.
Yep. She says to come with an idea and a program that you want to write a grant for. And you may have researched who you're going to send the grant to, but if you haven't researched who you're going to send it to, as long as you come with the idea of what you want the grant for, she'll help you research it.
Okay. All right.
What about the information you need to plug into the grant if you don't know? I mean, how do you do that?
Somebody's gone through the 2-day class, so they want to...
You said that she's in the Phoenix area, right?
Yeah, she's
right?
in the Phoenix area. Mm-hmm.
Do you know if she has any 2-day ones planned in the Phoenix area anytime soon?
No, I don't think she does.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear my answer.
I was going to say, did somebody who went through the 2-day class, can they address that?
I went through the 2-day class, but I didn't hear the question.
You want to repeat the question so she can hear it?
If you come to the 2-day class and you're going to write a grant, how do you do your research for your organization to plug into the grant?
Well, usually you go with some idea of, of what you want to do, and then she has you work at night at home doing all your research. Are you talking about like a mission statement and that kind of thing?
What if she wants to know constituent numbers or What if the grant asks for budget numbers?
Well, you'd work on that later, but you'd get an idea of how to do a budget and what kind of things are included and how to calculate the numbers. So you may just be plugging in guesstimate numbers, but she'll give you a good idea as to what you're looking for.
Oh, okay.
What amazed me about listening to her go through these things for the first time is that she actually takes this stuff home and grades you on the 2-day boot camp. So in between the first day and the second day, she's going to come back with some feedback, and some of it may not be, it's never harsh, but she does give you great ways to reposition something or to maybe make a statement, be a little bit more powerful to get the grant.
Do you have any data on how many people who've gone through the 2-day course actually receive the grant to apply for?
I do not. I do not.
If I may, I would like I'm Wonder from Anderson, Alabama. If the lady from Birmingham, if I could give her my number or she give me hers, can call her, maybe I can talk to her. We may be able to work this together.
Okay, that's Velma Williams.
Okay.
205-801-6028.
Okay. 6028.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
I'm curious to know, what does she provide any information for you to market with?
Yeah,
for in your area, so that you can let people know about it.
Yeah, we provide all the collateral, all the marketing collateral. We provide all of it.
Okay.
So we'll give you all of the marketing collateral with your logo on it. We'll get you all that.
Okay.
And if you have any questions that that I can't answer, you can send them to me, and I'll certainly forward them on to Bev and let her know. And she's really good about getting back to you right away. You're not going to wait for 48 hours before you get a response. She's usually on top of it. Like within 24 hours, you have a response. Sometimes I get a response in 10 seconds. She is kind of tech savvy. So.
Okay.
Anybody else have any other questions? But I thank you guys for your time. I'll send this presentation out, and I'll send you a list or a email or a link to the recording if you need to look at it again. And if you have any questions, my email address is, of course, on the last slide, so you can send that to me as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Please stand by.